Hello, Guardians. It is Ebontis here. It is June 20th. Happy Father's Day to everybody. Hopefully you guys are having a good one. We are up here in the Sunken Isles. And the legend that is the 1310 difficulty lost sector today is going to be the Quarry. Remember, this is valid for 24 hours, so basically it's 10 a.m. Pacific from Sunday to 10 a.m. Pacific on Monday, and then this will switch over to Master at 1340. Champions in here are going to be Cabal. We've got Barrier, and those are going to be Colossus, and then we've got Unstoppable, which are going to be, I think there's one flamethrower guy. There are two shielded enemies. One is like one random flamethrower guy. Cannot remember the name off the top of my head, so you guys I'm sure will fix me in the comments. That guy is Void. He's not as big of a deal, and you're going to probably take care of him with the burn. The other one, sadly, is the boss. It's like one of the few lost sectors with a shielded boss. And that one is solar, so you are going to need to kind of have some way to take care of that one, unless you just really feel like trying to power through it. So let's cover the loadout. Remember, the burn is a void, so matching your heavy to void will get you substantially more damage. Mods, I am going Unstoppable Grenade Launcher. It's nice to pair with Breach and Clear. Good way to get pretty much lots of damage throughout this whole thing. I am currently running Hallowfire Heart, but it's not required by any means. Pretty much just make sure any of your mods are going to be for your heavy. So I'm running grenade launchers actually in both slots because Salvagers is a nice way with chain reaction to clear some ads. And just enjoy chain reaction. You could use literally anything here. Solar grenade launcher, if you want that to be the way to take care of the boss. If you actually want to break the boss that way, you could totally grab the new one. Empty Vessel, break the boss that way, still have Breach and Clear, and then theoretically use whatever you want. But the big key here, outside of, Barrier, Scout, or Auto Rifle, it's up to you. I got a decent Crumb Rush, so I'm just toying around with that. You're heavy. Now you can use grenade launcher. You theoretically could probably use a sword. It's going to hit pretty hard. Crown Splitter, apparently kind of broken right now. I'm sure will be fixed. Also probably going to smash a few things. Rocket launchers, they hit like trucks, especially when they're matched with the burn. All of this stuff is an option, and there's a Void machine gun that's part of the season pass as well. You've got plenty of options is basically what I'm trying to say. Grenade launcher just pairs well with Breach and Clear. It's not required, but nice thing is if you go reserves, you're going to have a lot of ammo. You got Scavenger for it, and you've also got Ammo Finder. One thing to remember, if you can find some way to get charged with light, and this helps a lot more on Master than Legend, but if you're struggling, still a good thing. Protective light, if you can get charged with light at least one time, the point where you lose your shields and you're down to kind of that last third of your health, this is a way to actually give you enough of like a damage buffer to survive stuff that would likely kill you. So that covers most of the loadout. Barrier, over or Unstoppable, and then heavy, whatever you want, match it. And then for the boss, I'm actually going to go Sunbreaker. So I'm going to be using grenades. I can punch him if I need to. If you're worried about the punch, you could use the throwing hammer. That's actually a way to break a shield, probably. You could use shoulder charge. I'm using sunspots. Those are pretty effective, too. If you got something like Hallowfire Heart, if you got Celestial Nighthawk, you could use that to definitely put a chunk into the boss and then finish him up with your super. But you got some options. It's really one that I've probably averaged about 5 minutes with lots of deaths. So you can do this one very quickly. Let me show you how. All right, so when you jump in, you're going to have a couple guys here up top. 2 Legionaries. Then switch over, grab your grenade launcher. Good time to reload. Once you hit him, switch over to your heavy. Breach and Clear's on there. Goes down in about 4 shots. Pretty quick. You can stay up top. You can even punch this guy if you want to. I can have a sunspot now. And I do love the chain explosions. Now again, this is the guy who's got the shield. Now if I can sit here and break him, even just with like, say, barrier or a grenade or something. Just whatever I do. That was even just killing him with a art grenade launcher. Like, he's not that hard to kill, so the void shield is not that big of a worry. The bigger worry is going to be the boss itself. That's why the solar is actually important as opposed to the void shield. But void's already the burn, so you're going to have stuff with void. So even if you use anything else in this middle slot, not, salvage or salvo, empty vessel, whatever, you should have void in your heavy, and you could probably even plunk a rocket into him. It's worth just the quick kill. Especially if you're farming, you should get this down to pretty quick science. So you're going to have a couple Legionaries down here. This is going to be your second champion. This will be your Colossus. So just be ready once he goes to pop his shield. Get him close to that third of health. And then you can hit him with a grenade launcher. And then once you got that going, if my reloading doesn't totally suck, you can kill him pretty fast. I think I missed like half of my grenades there, so you could be much better at that than I was. You're going to have one legionary, and then you're also going to have, which is nice to drop some ammo for me, you're going to have one champion. This is where it's good. If you can get a direct hit with your grenade launcher, get a couple shots in. They don't need their health to be that low to pull off a finisher, and it's a nice way to basically unload. And that's why the double reserves is good. I've got like 20 grenades here with both, so you can put in some work. Got 2 scions walking across, and then my advice, apparently there's 3, you'll have a champion up here spawn. So my advice, do enough damage, try and get his shield to spawn, and then still hiding behind this rock over here. He goes down pretty quick. As long as you take out the barrier champion, this room gets a lot more manageable. Now you're going to have a couple phases. Here's the boss. Now you're going to have a couple of his nightmare buddies. But you're also going to want to break the shield on the boss. Depending on how much damage you can get on him. Keep the damage ticking if you can. If not, remember, lots of things will work. You can even run up and punch him if you're brave. I probably wouldn't advise it if you're going for a flawless one, but you can put some work in if you need to. And again, getting that unstable essence is the way you're going to get more damage on him. And then if you get to a point where you're ready, you know, get some grenade launcher damage on him. Now, when you get to a certain point, you are going to get the boss to spawn, the other champion to spawn. And again, use your grenade launcher. And even if you die, the room gets a little chaotic. But I was just like, champion came up, I got him stunned. I just unloaded my grenade launcher ammo just to make sure he died. Now, still have my super up by now because I've killed enough things, which is good. Got this guy here, which is an easy kill. Boss will take a second. And the big thing is, grenades up, so I can at least break the shield. Get a grenade launcher shot on him. Now, he's gonna hurt, I'll be honest. But it can get to a point... See, he kills you, it's not the big deal. I'm still at 4 minutes. Not that bad of a place. This room is pretty rough if you don't kill that barrier champion, but kill the 3 scions and then get that barrier champion early. This room gets much more manageable. You could literally do loops like when he runs up here. You can do loops and then come up here, but he's really not that bad. I'll show you what it's like to even punch the guy just for, you know, joking around, basically. There you go. When you get him low enough, you can finish him. And I've actually had decent success in here getting exotics. I swear some places are better than others. Of course, I say that and I didn't get one this time, but let me run it one more time, see if I get an exotic. But that is a quick run, about 4.5 minutes. You can do this in under 5 minutes, probably even faster if you don't have deaths, if you have like even a bit more synergy with your super and stuff like that. You know, if I had Curious of the Fallen Star and Thunder Crash on, I'd probably nuke the whole room, which is not a bad thing. Just make sure you kill all the champions before you open the chest. So if you do kill the boss, and then that second Unstoppable comes out back here, you gotta kill him before you actually open the chest. But you can kill this, you can knock this thing out really fast. Let me show the end to you one more time. Yeah, still got some deaths in here, but, you know, in this room in 2 minutes. I had a pretty clean opening. Nice grenade launcher, you know, group explosions worked pretty well. Run a little low on ammo, so might have to push a little bit on the alternate options here, but we did get the champion to spawn, so that guy's up. So we can get that stun going on, keep him at bay. Again, same thing, get your stun. Go for the champion kill. Maybe not, that's okay. It gets a little chaotic. There's a lot of fire coming at you, and it's not even as much void, which is the burn, just a lot of fire things coming your way. You can whittle away at all this stuff pretty consistently. There's some heavy. That'll speed the process up a little bit. Gotta reload. Get him up. It's 2. Get a grenade. Line this whole area up. Get a little breach and clear going on. Now, if I really want to do the most damage possible, you know, pop your super. Hit him, and then just start cooking him. Now that I've got the unstable essence, he's going to die even faster since he's kind of considered a nightmare. And he's dead. There, 3 minutes and 19 seconds. I'll just leave the whole run in there for you guys just so you can see 2 different runs, a little quicker, a little more use of everything. And no exotic this time, but again, this is platinum. You got barrier. You have the unstoppable when you get in the first room. You have the barrier colossus kind of in that midsection. When you get in this room, you have the barrier champion right up here. You have an unstoppable down below, partway through that fight, and then one towards the beginning. So, few champions to work with, but again, grenade launchers are wonderful. Breach and clear gets you that extra damage. Get your reserves, get your ammo finders, all that stuff. Let's get back and we'll wrap this thing up. That pretty much does wrap this one up. It is a very manageable lost sector. There are some close quarters in that last room, but the big focus in the last room, remember, hit the barrier guy first. The rest of it, you can die. You should have a couple respawns to deal with. Take a void heavy and put the damage in where you can. Void heavy and then solar super. Nice combination. Breach and clear works wonders. If you guys did enjoy this video, please drop a like below if you found it beneficial. Again, you guys can find more of these videos if you hit that subscribe button and that alert bell. Hopefully they'll make it to you with that alert bell a little bit. If you guys have other loadouts for other classes, other weapons, I try to use kind of basic stuff, not really use a lot of exotics or even hardly my super usually. Put those loadouts below, let everybody know what you have options with. If you guys do get into drops, I got like 3 of them so far. I think I got a Hollow Fire Heart, I got Armamentarium, and one other one. So I got 3 already because you can farm this one really fast. So less than 5 minutes easy. If you're really efficient, you might be able to push 3 minutes or less. So hopefully you guys have good success. You guys can also find me over on Twitter and streaming on Twitch. Tuesday streaming is usually Destiny. Variety on other days. I'm working through Mass Effect 1 right now, but it's usually a mix of everything. So thank you guys very much, and I'll see you soon.